How is it going, everybody? I'm Jason of Jason's Realm here, and today I am here bringing you guys our team's Week 6 predictions. Now, nobody else is online, so, I'm kind of rolling with it myself, but we do. We survive, if I can speak. We get through it. So let's just start with Thursday Night Football. It's not going to be a fun game. It's the Washington Commanders against the Chicago Bears. The Commanders looking like a solid team at the end of last week, but they're not that strong of a team. Chicago Bears trying to keep something rolling. Will they keep it going? I don't know. We'll have to find out. But let's just go into our picks here. And I picked the Commanders. PDF picked the Commanders. HD picked the Bears. And David picked the Bears. So we are split right down the middle on this one. Up next, we got the San Francisco 49ers against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons not looking like a good team. The Niners injured for this game, but it's against the Falcons. They're not going to lose it. And we all agree, we're all picking the Niners because the Niners are just too good of a team. They're not going to lose to the Falcons. Not a chance. Up next, we got another interesting game where we're split down the middle. The New England Patriots against the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns looking like an alright team going into this week. Not really looking like the best, but, they can hold their own. But then you got the Patriots coming off a dominant performance last week, shutting down the number one offense and limiting them to 0 points. And the Patriots just have a lot of momentum. I actually don't know. Let me double check. Is Bailey Zappi going to be starting? Let's see. The Patriots starting quarterback. Let's see. Mac Jones is a decent chance. But Belichick is debating on if he wants to start Bailey Zappi. So this is an interesting situation brewing in New England. But either way, Mac Jones or Zappi, I'm picking the Patriots. PDF's picking the Patriots. HD's picking the Brownies. And David is picking the Brownies. Next up, let's go over to Green Bay, where we got the New York Jets coming into town. Both teams, surprisingly, somehow are 3-2. I have no clue how the Jets got there, but they did. Wins over the Brownies, Steelers, and Dolphins. But this game, this is going to be the game that's going to determine if the Jets are friends or frauds. If they're friends, they're going to win, or they're going to make it close. If they're frauds, they're just going to get blown out. And, the Packers, they're hungry for a win after last week. They shouldn't have lost to the Giants, but, they played down. So they didn't give their opponent credit. And as a result, me, HD, and David are all picking the Packers. PDF is the Lone Ranger, the Lone Wolf. Ow! Picking the Jets. Yeah, we don't have that sound effect, so you got to do it by hand. Oops. Well, up next, we're going to go to Indianapolis, where the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be taking on the Colts. The Colts are only half a game ahead of the Jags right now. But the Jags looked absolutely horrific last week. This team was supposed to be a good team, and they literally could not do anything against the Texans. So this is going to be the real test for them. But the Colts are just such a bad team this year that we unanimously agree, and we are all picking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Up next, we got the Minnesota Vikings going to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Now, Tua is still not going to be playing this week. Looking like it's going to be a Teddy Bridgewater show. Actually, no, I saw something where they saw Teddy Bridgewater might not be playing this week. So, we had David picking the Dolphins, but me, HD, and PDF all picking the Vikings. And at least for me, I'm picking the Vikings for the one reason of the fact that the Vikings are all right, but if the Dolphins don't start Teddy or Tua, they're going to be screwed from the get-go. That's just how it's going to be. Up next, let's go to the Big Easy, where we got Cincinnati taking on the New Orleans Saints. This game looking to be an interesting game as the Bengals are still trying to find that identity. They've been trending up, but they're still trying to find that identity and secure some wins to keep them going. Meanwhile, the Saints are just doing Saints things and being mid. They're just a mid team this year. But, that being said, we all opted to pick the Bengals on this one, I would imagine, because the Bengals are a good team when they want to be. if they can pull themselves together this game, they will find a way to win. If not, they're going to completely crap the bed. Just how it is. Up next, we got an interesting game going on in New York. It is going to be the Baltimore Ravens against the New York Giants. This game promising to be surprisingly a good game. Because, this is a tough game for me to pick looking at it. Because, yes, the Ravens are the better team on paper. Way better. But the Ravens have struggled with playing down. And the Giants have been just playing way above their pay grade. Way above it. But, that being said, yes, I'm praising up the Giants right now. But they're not going to beat the Ravens. The Ravens are hungry for a win. They just barely escaped from the Bengals this last week. Saquon, I think, is still out, is he not? He might not be, but if Saquon's not 100%, that offense is not going to do anything for the Giants. And that being said, we all picked the Baltimore Ravens to win this one. Up next, we're going to go into Pittsburgh, which is going to turn into a slaughterhouse on Sunday, as the Buccaneers are going to be coming into town. This is, I think, the first Brady versus the Steelers matchup since Brady went to Tampa Bay. So this game is looking to be a game that Tampa's just going to cruise to a win. I mean, Kenny Pickett, he's looking good, but if the defense can't hold and the offense struggles with like receivers dropping passes or the offensive line struggles, it's not going to be a fun day. Plus, if you even dare look at Tom Brady wrong anymore, pass interference. We saw that last week with the Falcons. All the guy did was just sack him. He just tackled him like normal. Nope, you can't tackle Brady, because that's roughing the passer. Ugh. But anyway, that being said, we all did pick the Buccaneers. Steelers are going to get slaughtered. Up next, we're going to go to Los Angeles, where the Carolina Panthers are going to be coming into town to pummel the limping Rams. Probably ending up taking over SoFi with Panthers fans somehow, some way, because that's just how SoFi is anymore. Can't get a Rams fan in there if you pay them. The Rams' offensive line is strong as wet paper, but the Panthers are also a team struggling to find their identity. I mean, yes, they can do something, but we're all picking the Rams. I'm picking it despite the fact that I don't believe they're going to win. I mean, I honestly don't. I mean, I'm going to pick the Rams because they should win, but they should have beat Dallas, or they should have been close to Dallas. They should have kept a close game with San Francisco if not beating them. They should have been close against the Bills week 1. So they've been a lot of should-haves that they haven't been able to execute on. So I'm picking the Rams despite the fact I think they're going to lose, unfortunately. And we're not even going to be able to stream that game because we're not going to get it in market more than likely. I still get to check up on that. Up next, we are going to the Pacific Northwest, where the Arizona Cardinals are going to be fleeing the desert to go play the Seahawks. Now, this game is looking to be an interesting game of two division rivals, but they're not really looking that good, either of them. I can say that about both those teams. Neither of them are looking strong. The Seahawks are stronger than what we would expect. Geno is taking that team and being like one of the most elite quarterbacks this year somehow. Never thought I would say that about Geno Smith. But the Cardinals, they should be a good team with what they have on the roster. But they're just not playing to those standards, which is baffling. So, that being said, me, PDF, and David are all picking the Seahawks. And HD being another lone wolf, picking the Cardinals. I don't know why I almost said Panthers. They aren't even playing in that game. Up next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Buffalo Bills. This game looking to be a high-flying offensive display on all fronts without much defense. Sure, some defensive plays here and there, but this is just going to be an offensive flash fest. I mean, I can see this game being a 80, 90-point game total, realistically. I mean, if these offenses can both get going, they can both put up 40, 50 points in the game. If they can do it against each other, we're looking at potentially a 100-point game here. But that being said, the Bills have been struggling recently. They've been showing weakness, and that is not a good sign. So apart from their game against the Steelers, they've been showing weakness significantly. So that being said, me and HD agree we're picking the Chiefs. David and PDF are both taking the Buffalo Bills. Up next, we got Sunday Night Football between the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this game promises to be a high-flashy game as the Eagles trying to remain undefeated. They are the only undefeated team left, but they're going to try to roll that into Week 6. They're going to try to roll that into Week 7, into Week 8. They're going to try to stay undefeated the whole season. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, Cooper Rush, still also undefeated. There are only 2 undefeateds left in this league this year. And they are both facing off this week. Cooper Rush trying to remain 4-0, or trying to go, 5-0, 6-0 in his career, I think? Yeah, 6-0 in his career. And the Philadelphia Eagles trying to go 6-0 in the season. Who's going to win? Who's going to come out? Because it looks like Dak probably isn't going to be playing this week. I think they're going to try to rest Dak because Cooper Rush has been doing so well. I think that they need to rest Dak and only bring him in whenever he's fully healthy. That's just my thought, though. But that being said, HD and PDF are both picking the Cowboys. Well, we know why PDF is, but we're not going to get into that bucket of marbles. Meanwhile, me and David are both agreeing and picking the Philadelphia Eagles to stay undefeated, even though they have not been looking good recently. Up next, in the last game we have the Denver Broncos going to LA to take on the Chargers. SoFi Stadium going to be hosted 2 games this week for the NFL. And the Broncos are looking awful this week. Chef Russ is a worse chef than your blind aunt, as he is not looking good at all. And the Chargers are the Chargers. I mean, they're all right. They're high mid right now, I'd say. And that being said, all 4 of us agree we are picking the Chargers to win this game. And I guess I don't really have much else to say. Come join us live tonight. We'll be going live sometime around 8 p.m. tonight. Streaming Thursday Night Football between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. This game looking to be a close one. Potentially, it's gonna be a close bad game like last week. That's what it's gonna be. We all know that. But yeah. Also, reminder: 200 subs. Discord server goes public. All that fun stuff. All of us will be in there, and we'll just be doing our own thing, having fun, maybe having some events from time to time. We don't know. You never know. We'll do what we can. But yeah, I guess I don't really have much else to say, so I should probably stop stalling here. We will see you guys tonight. Peace out, and have a good one.